And I just wonder, Iain, you've mentioned nature and divinity, but I wonder if both of you can just comment on ways in which we can have more embodied experiences of wholeness that will reconnect us to the rootedness we've lost.
Shall I start, Iain?
Yes.
You know, from my perspective, connectedness, we disconnect through narcissism. And we connect through sincerity. Literally, I will give you an example. Like, literally, like in samurai culture, the ultimate goal of the martial arts training was to develop the sixth sense of the warrior, the intuition of the warrior. The samurai knew that on the battlefield you did not survive because of your technical skills. The technical training was merely seen as something that developed the intuition of the warrior. And he was ready to go to the battlefield once his intuition was fully developed. Then the warrior was ready. And then he could forget all his techniques again. In samurai culture, there was this proverb saying, it's difficult to learn the techniques of the martial arts, but if you do not forget them again before you go to the battlefield, you will die on the battlefield. On the battlefield, you do not use technique, you use your intuition. Okay, the first rule of samurai culture, of Budo, the samurai martial arts, was, you can find it on Wikipedia, it's one of the few things that is accurate on Wikipedia. The first rule was, speak sincerely. So, speak sincerely. Why? Why was it so important for a samurai who wanted to develop his intuition to speak sincerely? Because the samurai intuitively understood that every time you speak sincerely, you literally punch a hole in your ego. That's exactly what speaking the truth means. That's exactly what sincerity means. Speaking sincerely means that you show something that people usually hide behind their outer ideal images, behind the veil of appearances. So every time we speak sincerely, we speak from our most vulnerable point. We decide to take the risk. We decide to push something through the ego, through the ideal image, and to show something that we hide behind the ideal image. So speaking the truth is always speaking in a vulnerable way. Speaking the truth always makes you vulnerable. It makes you vulnerable in the world of illusions. It makes you vulnerable in the world of the appearances and the world of the ego. And it makes you stronger in the real world, the world of the soul, literally. Because every time you speak sincerely, you literally punch a hole in your outer ideal image, and through that hole, you reconnect. You start to resonate again with what is around you. You become a little bit that little child again, from before it was 6 months old, which had this intuitive, perfect knowledge about the entire world around it. So I believe if we want to live a more embodied life, if we want to reconnect, the first and most important thing is always to find the courage to be vulnerable, to find the courage to speak sincerely. So I could go on for a long time about this, but I won't do it now. But that's what I believe, my 2-cent word opinion about how we can live a more embodied life and a more connected life.
I think it's wonderful. I would echo every sentiment, and indeed, while I was thinking what I was going to say, my topic was going to be truth, basically. Speaking the truth connects one to reality, connects you to other people as well. People sense that you are a truth speaker, and so few people are that it creates a bond. The key thing about being true is that it's not just a right proposition, it's being faithful to what is. True to. Are you true to somebody? Are you true to your lover? When you get married, you plight your troth. That is the same word as truth. True is, carpenters talk about surfaces that are true, that marry indeed, that meet up. And this is where we need to be. That's all I'll say because there's no time to go on.
A beautiful note to end on.